What is going on, everybody? I do apologize. Tonight's going to be mainly an audio podcast. I'm so frustrated. I tried to figure out what was wrong with my camera, and for some reason, when I went to do an update for Windows, it totally fucked everything up in the process. So I think I saw what the problem was, but I have like 19 different apps out of date, and that would just take too long. And I'm like, fuck, I gotta get these guys a video. Because I was away for a while visiting my family, and I haven't done one since, so I need to get back to regular programming. And I don't want to spend all night trying to figure this out. So it's going to be like you were listening to, Podbean or Spotify podcast. I'm sorry. You will still see what I'm showing you on the screen. And as you see right off the bat, Mustafa Ali is revealed as the leader of Retribution. So what do you guys think of that? At first, it's like, it should have been Dio Madden because, he had legit beef with Brock Lesnar, kicking his ass, and then they replaced him with Samoa Joe. Then they just did nothing with him. In typical WWE fashion, that's what they fucking do. But Ali makes sense too. That was supposed to be his spot when Kofi Kingston won the WWE Championship. So he has a lot to be pissed about, especially having to run with fucking Ricochet and Apollo Crews. God forbid these people don't have any directions for anybody, considering when he first came to the main roster, he fucking defeated Daniel Bryan. And they act like they have no plans for them. So that was at the end of the night. I was tweeting throughout the night like, oh, watch, Retribution ain't gonna show. And then I thought about it, I'm like, oh shit, now T-Bar's gonna comment on my page. Oh, so you think we're not gonna show again, huh? It's not that I hate the people, it's just I hate this company's booking. And then we got what used to be a year of Shane McMahon now being replaced with the Hurt Business. I wish you guys could see my reactions. This is making me so mad. But I hope you guys enjoy this anyway. So we got Mustafa Ali versus MVP, ended in no contest. Why the fuck do they have to set at the top? That's the end. Why am I going to give you all the end? I think they went from top to bottom here. What the fuck? Yeah, Murphy and Seth Rollins brawl. That was. Yeah, I think that's what they did here, guys. Hold up. Let me get to where this actually started. I hate when they do that. They freaking mix things up like that. It's like, oh, you fucking people. You know what? I'm just going to read what they have so I don't waste any more of your time. We had a women's tag team championship with Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler defeat the Riot Squad. What you fucking do? What else is new? To retain the titles when Baszler choked out Ruby Riott. Baszler brutalized Riot's arm early in the match, making the match mostly 2-on-1, with the champs against Liv Morgan for a stretch. In the end, Baszler choked out Riott, refusing to break the hold as Morgan tried to pull her off after the bell. Who gives a shit? Nia put fucking, who was it, Lana through the table for the third week in a row. What they fucking do? Then you have Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin defeats Ricochet and Apollo Crews. Ricochet, listen here, buddy. Your career is nowhere to be passing on opportunity. You act like in the beginning of the show, like, the Hurt Business. Maybe I could do what Cedric Alexander's doing and get some of that spotlight on me, man. But nope, you had to be an idiot and side with your buddy. And it's like, Ricochet, you haven't won a title in how long? You got buried by Brock Lesnar. You should have said yes. Quit doing this babyface bullshit. Do something cool with your career, because we're all kind of done feeling sorry for you. You keep making the same mistake on your own. So if you want to keep doing that, the less we're going to care about you. Then we have more of this 24/7 championship garbage with R-Truth and Drew Gulak. Truth ambushed Gulak backstage and pinned him inside a dumpster that also contained Akira Tozawa. End of shit. end the 24/7 nonsense, please. For the love of God, please end it. And Keith Lee versus Braun Strowman into a double count out. I thought Mr. Pierce said that this was a non-sanctioned match, man. If this was a non-sanctioned match, then why'd the referee, have a double count out, man? Was the watercolor missing and y'all forgot the rules as you went along? So Strowman demanded a match because there was no Raw Underground. Adam Pearce said it would have to be unsanctioned. I told you. They found an opponent. Lee volunteered and the two briefly battled before being counted out. They then continued to brawl until Lee drove Strowman off the entrance ramp with both crashing through tables. Again, if there are no rules, why was there a fucking countout? Did the ref go stupid? I think they did. Oh my god. Oh, and Raw got a 1.6. And people were saying, oh, this wasn't a bad Raw. Well, why the ratings be a 1.6, man? So Kevin Owens also called out Bray Wyatt. So Mr. Owens is being forced to KO shows. And no wrestling, no nothing. Wyatt was supposed to be a guest on the KO show, but instead appeared on the Tron from the Firefly Funhouse. Wyatt said Owens did not know what he'd gotten into with the Fiend, but would find out on SmackDown. As Owens tried to storm from the ring to find Wyatt, he was attacked by Aleister Black. I do appreciate that they didn't actually do like the brand-to-brand invitational here. That, yeah, it was just on a Tron, but he wasn't actually there. So I do give them props for that. Not shoving that down their throats. So, good thing there. But I really would like to see more of the Fiend than the Mr. Rogers, because the more they do the Funhouse, the more Vince is saying it, and I don't like where they're heading with that. So Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke. Oh, Dana Brooks got like 2 weeks in a row now, man. Did Titus Catering, were they closed too, since there's no Raw Underground this week too? So Dana Brooke was floating around, and Vince McMahon looked at her and said, oh, I need another blonde. We got Mandy Rose, and we'll get Dana Brooke. Because, he gets bored of him after a couple weeks. Give Dana Brooke about 2 more weeks and she won't be on the show anymore, man. Then she'll go back to catering, getting the hamburger ready, getting the kebab ready, helping Titus out, especially if Titus has to go to Raw Underground for a moment and get his ass whooped. That's when Dana Brooke come in and help them out over there. And they teamed with Asuka. Asuka, honey, what are you doing with them? They are bringing you down. They're not bringing you up, girl. And of course they would defeat Lana, Natalya, Zelina Vega. Miro, man, I know you love your wife, but I feel for you, bro. You're probably looking at her like, what an idiot. But you wouldn't actually say that, but you're probably thinking it like, why does she stay with this company? You would love to have her over there with you in AEW and Rusev Day or Miro Day. Zelina Vega, she looked out of place. When Rose pinned Lana after Pump Knee, the weekly tradition of Lana getting pinned continued. And like I said earlier, for the 3rd time in the last month, she was then put through a table by Nia Jax after Jax Shayna Baszler executed a post-match. So we're getting this shit week after week after week. I hope the draft comes and just splits up everything. That way they have to write new television. Bruce will probably have a headache or a migraine or something because he can't have his rematches every week, man. In the main event, we saw Randy Orton, Robert Roode, and Dolph Ziggler defeat Drew McIntyre and the Street Profits. More like Randy Orton won this match. And he pinned Drew McIntyre, the WWE Champion, on live free television. That should have been the pay-per-view and him winning the title. He just needs one more title to cement his legacy on top. He has been doing the Legend Killer stuff for far too long, and he's been kind of like lost along the way before that. Orton is too good not to be at the top. Oh, well, he is at the top, man. He's main eventing all the time. But he has no gold. That's when you're at the top. And then Orton opened the show laying down the challenge to McIntyre for a Hell in a Cell match at the upcoming pay-per-view. We all saw that coming, leading to a backstage brawl between the two. The match was later made official for the Hell in a Cell card. In the main event, Orton hit McIntyre with the RKO to win after the WWE champion had laid out Rude with the Claymore. So McIntyre basically did all the work and Randy Orton just hit an RKO. And we also had Murphy and Seth Rollins to beat Humberto Carrillo and Dominic Mysterio after Murphy hit Carrillo with the jumping knee. Before the match, Murphy and Mysterio argued when Murphy told Rollins to apologize for his recent actions toward Aaliyah Mysterio. The fighting continued during the match with Rollins trying not to allow a tag in from Murphy. After Murphy won for his team, he stormed off, yelling about Rollins, claiming to not need him. After the match, Rollins confronted Murphy backstage and said he had until 10 p.m. to apologize to him, a demand with Aaliyah later said she hoped Murphy would not cave. So at the end of the second hour, Murphy and Rollins were again in the room together, with Rollins demanding Murphy apologize or be broken. Murphy finally had enough, double-legging Rollins and attacking with punches before taking Rollins outside and brawling on the announce table. The battle continued with the pair going back and forth around the ring until Murphy grabbed a kendo stick and began to hit Rollins and demand he apologize to Aaliyah. Rollins eventually did, saying he didn't mean to bring her into this before begging Murphy to stop and saying he had done enough. After Murphy stopped, Rollins leaped from the canvas and dug his thumb into Murphy's eyes before returning fire with kendo stick shots of his own as Rollins grabbed a steel chair. Aaliyah ran to the ring and begged Rollins to stop before the rest of the Mysterios ran to the ring, and Rollins walked away before Ray and Dominic made Aaliyah leave. So, y'all just get to leave Murphy like that, man? He came out to help y'all, and y'all just said, fuck him. We only care about what he's done, not what he's trying to do now. Illogical bullshit. As WWE tends to do. Oh, one thing they don't have on here. What the fuck are they doing with Bianca Belair? Saying she's better than MJ. Honey, we love you. We know you can wrestle. This has nothing to do with you wrestling. But you can't listen to Bruce, man, when he's got so much on his mind and you don't know what he's saying. He's actually trying to get you to say you better than Michael Jordan. He'd probably do that that Bray Wyatt laugh for about 30 minutes straight. And then at the end, he'd be like, Bianca who? I got 6 world championships, man. What does she have? And it's a scripted sport. What does she still have? It's like, Bruce, stop comparing people to actual champions. Bianca Belair, honey, don't say that again, please, before I fucking want to throw something at my television. Like, what the hell is wrong with these people? So, we got Mustafa Ali versus MVP ended a no contest. This was the very last bit of the show. During the match, the lights flickered and Retribution members stormed ringside. MVP asked Ali to help the Hurt Business fight them off, which Ali initially agreed to, standing back-to-back with MVP, Benjamin, and Lashley. Seconds later, Ali rolled out of the ring before telling Mason T-Bar to attack. Retribution attacked the Hurt Business, taking them out before posing in the ring with Ali, who was revealed to be the group's leader. And Ali stood alongside Apollo, Crews, and Ricochet throughout the night, including joining his friends and refusing MVP's offer to join the Hurt Business. So even with all that, Ali was still the leader of Retribution, man. The T-Bar, man, he got on the show. So that's why, if you're wondering, Raw got a 1.6. I hope I didn't bore you guys too much with this audio review. That's why I'm trying to not make it too long, because I know you like to see visual instead of just audio. I didn't want to keep you guys waiting even longer to not have a review. I am a person that believes quality over quantity. But this is a scheduled recording day, and I'm like, I can't miss another recording day. So I hope you guys appreciate that I did try the best I possibly could with the audio only tonight and still managed to provide you with at least being able to see it on screen. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. See that I wasn't trying to be too quick and not care. I do care. That's why I engage with you guys all the time. If you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. If you're already here, I love you. Please leave a like or a comment. Really appreciate you. You guys pretty much got all my thoughts on the show on Twitter Monday night. I'm just giving you guys a recap in case some of you guys were away watching NFL or whatever sport was on that night. So I do apologize. I feel so bad that this is audio, but I just wanted to get something out to you guys. So hopefully Thursday when I come back with Dynamite, I'll have this fucking camera situation pissed off, and I can give you guys all the impressions, all the entertainment, and all the fun that you guys come here to see. So again, I hope you guys at least enjoyed the feedback on Raw, and I will see you for AEW Dynamite, man, where the real wrestling is.